Channels here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I'm in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia at the property 67 Silvers Road, and I'm standing down here along Sleepy Creek, and boy is this pretty. You can see there's a big deep hole there that's kind of frozen over, but I'll scroll around here. The way I'm looking, the property kind of goes up around that bend up there to the left, and that's kind of where it starts. And there's another big deep hole up there, and it's got about 1,500 feet of frontage here on Sleepy Creek, and it is so pretty down here. There's laurel down here, rock outcroppings on the other side of the creek, and as I kind of pan around here, you'll see there's a big flat down here on this bottom, and there's a road that brings you down here, so it's easy to get down here to the river. And boy is this place loaded with deer tracks. I mean, today's February the 3rd, and there must be 50 deer down here. I mean, there were tracks everywhere in the snow. Great property to hunt, fish, pretty much do whatever you want. But just look how pretty that is. And this isn't even, well, this might be the best part, but up top, 67 acres here. There's about 18 acres on this side of the road. And just say the other 50 acres is across the road that has, you know, probably 15 acres of open pasture on it. It lays really nice. It's a very, very nice property. All within 2 hours of DC or Baltimore. Channels here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I'm on the top side up here at the 67 Silvers Road property, and I'm standing in the middle of Silvers Road, and it pretty much just goes, you know, beyond sight there, and that's the end of it. So no worries about heavy traffic by any means at all on this road. You might as well be at the end of the earth here. I think there's maybe 3 houses here beyond you, and then the road dead ends. But on the right hand side here, you'll see this field, and they had it fenced at one time for a garden area, but to the right hand side of that field is where the road goes down to the creek at, which I did take a video down there. And you can see where my truck's parked here. You know, you pull in, and then as you look this way, it just drops down off into Sleepy Creek. And as I look back up the road here, about, maybe you see them pine trees up in the distance. Just beyond those is kind of like the start of the property, and it comes back towards me. And I don't know if you can see my white sign on the tree right there, just on this side of that electric pole. But there's a road that goes back on this side of the road, back to a big field back here. I don't know if you can see that deer running off in the distance there across the field. There's deer everywhere on here. But like I said, there's 67 acres here. There's about, just say 50 on this side of the road. My gosh, look at the deer going there. And back in the kind of like the center of this side of the road, there's a 7-acre field that's got like 10-foot high deer fence around it. So if you wanted to plant crops in there, you know, keep livestock in there, you know, it's already fenced. And then, like I said, on the right hand side of the road here, there's about 18 acres or so, 17, that goes down to Sleepy Creek. But boy is this place nice. 67 acres, about 15 or 18 of it acres in pasture, the rest in woods, and it all lays real nice, and all 2 hours from DC to Baltimore.